Oh, would you look at the time? It's the end of the year, and you know what that means. Time for the obligatory list of, these were my favorite games. I got the chance to play a lot more games this year than I did last year, so I think I was able to put together a much better list of what I think my favorite games this year were. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at my favorite games that came out in 2014. I'm Nitro Rad, and these are my top 10 games of 2014. Number 10. When Rayman Origins was first announced, I showed off their brand new UbiArt framework engine. I then thought to myself, you know what? I bet they'll never use this engine for anything else ever again. And I'm really glad I was wrong about that. Valiant Hearts is a 2D side-scrolling puzzle game set in the World War I. I'm really fond of this game's art style. It reminds me of those political cartoons about the war you'd find in newspapers. The art is very appealing and the animation is top-notch. The story is very engaging, using a lot of pantomime and History Channel style narration to tell the tale of various characters and how they've been affected by the war. What makes this story so powerful is that the enemy or villain isn't some sort of person, but instead the war itself. Number 9. Oh no, I think we're all aware by now of the disaster that was Sonic Boom. So, 2014 just didn't see a good Sonic game then, huh? Well, that's not exactly true. Freedom Planet, a 2D Sonic-inspired indie platformer title, made its way to Steam back in July after a more than successful Kickstarter. This game kicks ass, being a love letter to the Genesis era of video games. The inspiration drawn from Sonic the Hedgehog is pretty obvious, but throw in a bit of Gunstar Heroes to the mix and you got yourselves a solid action platformer with a damn fine soundtrack. You've got multiple characters to play as, each with their own unique abilities, allowing you to play each level differently, taking different pathways. This adds a lot of variety and replayability to the game. It's fast-paced, action-packed fun, and I had a good time with it. Number 8. Is it sad that a teaser for a game has blown every horror game in the past few years out of the water? Leave it to Kojima to brew up an exciting, convoluted demo to promote his new game. I know PT isn't exactly a game, it's a demo for free on the PlayStation Store, but it demonstrated to me that the Silent Hill franchise is finally back in the hands of people that know how to make a good horror game. PT is terrifying, so much that I find myself having a hard time playing it by myself, even though I know what's going to happen. Since the video I made months back, I've long since got a PS4 and I've been able to play the demo myself again and again. It's great fun just looking for all the different scares and noticing all the subtle little details put into the demo. I know it's kind of a stretch putting this on the list, but it's got me so pumped for Silent Hills that I thought it deserved a spot. Number 7. Come on, does this really need explaining? It's Smash Bros, of course it's on this list. While the 3DS version mulled me over for a little while, the main course, that is the Wii U version, packed quite a punch. Seeing all of your favorite Nintendo characters together in HD for the very first time is really something special. My favorite new feature is the 8-player Smash mode. I managed to get together with that many friends to play it, and the results are pretty chaotic. And I'm still stoked that they actually added Shulk, considering that Xenoblade was one of my favorite Wii games. Just do me a big favor next time and add Mike Jones from Star Tropics. Please? 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 Number 6. Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit. 2 hours, my ass. Contrary to popular belief, Ground Zeroes has a lot of content. Yeah, it only has one story mission, but this game is jam-packed with stuff to do. I'm not just talking the side ops either, there's countless ways to meet your objectives in Ground Zeroes. It's the same reason I've been able to play through Deus Ex Human Revolution so many times, because of the amount of ways you can get from point A to point B. I do admit this was more or less just a money grab by Konami. I mean, they really should just have included it with the Phantom Pain. Nonetheless, I had a lot of fun with Ground Zeroes. There's just so much dumb stuff you can do that's endlessly entertaining. Not to mention, best line of 2014.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
We made a music video out of this, for Christ's sake.
It's Play this like a damn fiddle!
I haven't owned a Mario Kart game since, well, Mario Kart 64. I played a lot of Double Dash at a friend's house, but since I've just had no real interest in the series. That was until Mario Kart 8 hit the shelves and it quickly swept me off my feet. This is probably the prettiest looking Mario game to date with some of the best visuals in series history. And you gotta love that replay feature. Being able to play things back and forth in fast and slow motion, it is so much fun to do and it causes for a lot of really funny moments. For me, Mario Kart 8 is the ultimate party game. I've gotten together with friends after classes on countless evenings to play this together. It is a blast each and every time. To me, this game just kinda came out of nowhere. I just randomly saw it in a compilation trailer during a Nintendo Direct, and it just looked really cool. Once it hit the eShop, I gave it a download, and lo and behold, this game rocks. Tesla Grande is a puzzle platformer involving manipulating the magnetic polarity and various objects to navigate yourself around the map. It's easily one of the most creative puzzle games I've played in a long time, and the more challenging parts of the game felt so rewarding upon completion. Tesla Grande sports a beautiful hand-drawn art style with silky smooth animation and a soundtrack that sets the mood exceptionally well. Tesla Grande is truly an electrifying experience, and that's why it's Tesla Rad. Every year when Christmas rolls around, like most people, I'll ask for a game or two. The games I'm really excited for, I always buy upon release, so by Christmas, it always boils down to this. There's nothing really out I want to get. I guess I'll ask for the new Assassin's Creed. This year, I finally broke that trend. I took a risk and I asked for something I didn't know whether or not I would like. I heard so many mixed things about this game that I just didn't really know what to make of it. The Evil Within came to me as a really pleasant surprise. I really enjoyed this game. It takes survival horror back to the days of RE4 that the genre has been begging to return to for a number of years now. Every fight felt like a challenge, like you didn't know whether or not you would survive. I missed when games were like that. I'd put this game in the same category as Dead Space and Resident Evil, as in horror games that aren't really scary, but make for a badass survival shooter game. And yeah, it's got a lot of hiccups. Textures load late, the story isn't really the greatest, and the camera does take some getting used to. Though seeing that theatrical aspect ratio made the filmmaker me a little bit giddy. It nails the presentation, giving you a great variety of places to trek through and explore, and the use of the Sweet Burger Masquet's third movement, Clair de Lune, made for some great soundtrack dissonance. It's definitely not a game for everyone, but it was absolutely a game for me. Ever since the release of Mega Man 9, there's been so many indie titles made in the style of classic 8-bit NES games. So much that for a few years it kind of oversaturated the indie market. Because of this, whenever I see a new retro-styled indie game, it just doesn't really grab my interest. I kind of have a habit of writing them off. But Shovel Knight changed that very quickly. This game isn't just 8-bit for the sake of leeching off of your dead nostalgia. It's an 8-bit game because it revitalizes the day of truly amazing 2D platformers. Borrowing mechanics of old and inventing ones of new, Shovel Knight sports level design that is on par with and even surpasses the masterpieces of the 80s. I'm talking DuckTales, Mega Man, Mario, you name it, it is on par with those games, if not better. And this game just doesn't get old to me. Like Mega Man 9, I can play these stages again and again and again and simply just not grow tired of them. Throw in a new Game Plus mode that makes this challenging game even harder and you've got one hell of a replay value. Shovel Knight isn't just another retro-styled indie game. It's the retro-styled indie game. It's the true successor to Mega Man 9 I've been waiting for all of these years, and boy, oh boy, did it ever deliver. For Shovelry, my friends, for Shovelry. never thought I'd see the day where my game of the year was made in RPG Maker. It's honestly kind of mind-blowing. Lisa is another one of those indie games that had a fairly successful Kickstarter, but I somehow just never heard of it until it came out. Yeah, it was the same deal for these guys as well. Lisa is a side-scrolling RPG that draws a lot of inspiration from Earthbound in both its sense of humor and its art style. It follows the story of a man named Brad, whose daughter is the last remaining female on Earth. After being kidnapped, he stops at nothing to get her back. For a game made in RPG Maker, it's very impressive, sporting about over a 15-hour story with tons and tons of side quests and extras all around the game world defined. The battle system is also quite interesting, with each character sporting their own type of attack. These range from karate combos to things as ridiculous as drawing pornography to confuse your enemies. How many games do you know where you can draw porn as an attack? It's actually kind of amazing. Lisa's got a great sense of humor, and it calls for some really funny moments. And that's good. You need some downtime to laugh, because Lisa has one of the most depressing, degrading, and scarring stories I've ever seen unfold in an RPG. It'll kick your teeth in and tear your heart out, forcing you to make some truly tough decisions. At times, the art is grotesque and often quite disturbing, but it only helps deliver the emotions in this game like a bullet to the chest. The game's music ranges from depressing to bizarre to kick-ass. It makes those boss battles just so much more intense. If you like RPGs, you'd be doing yourself a disservice by missing out on Lisa. It's only $10 on Steam. Well, I think it's like $8 if you live in America, but in Canada, where I live, it's $10, and it's worth every last penny. Even though we don't have pennies in Canada. You get the point, though. If I had to recommend you just one game from 2014, it'd be Lisa. It's incredible for the price it's being sold at, and it certainly deserves more attention. Just let me put it to you straight. Lisa kicks ass so hard, you'll shit blood. It's been a long time since I enjoyed an RPG quite as much as Lisa. In all honesty, I think the last time I liked an RPG this much was Chrono Trigger. I kid you not. I poured so much time into this game that I found myself staying up until 5 a.m. accidentally. More than once. It is an amazing experience, and I highly recommend it. I loved it goddamn to death.
What a load of bullshit.
Hey guys, and thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys had yourselves a great year, and I hope you guys have an even better 2015. If you want to see some more Nitro Rad updates, I highly recommend that you like my Facebook page. The link to that is down in the description below. Also, I'd highly appreciate if you click the like button on the video if you enjoyed it. If you want to watch that music video that I mentioned earlier on when I was talking about Ground Zeroes, it's over on the guy that made the song. His name is Fingered. It's on his channel. I got a link to it right here. He's a really cool guy, and shoutouts to him for letting us make that video. That was absolutely one of my defining moments of 2014, was making that music video. It was so much fun to do that, so shoutouts Fingers. Also, just recently, my buddy and I made a little video making fun of the people that are really mad about like the whole amiibo thing. So that's a funny video. If you want to check that out, you can click the video on the right. Hope you guys had a great year, so I guess I'll see y'all in 2015.
You played us like a damn fiddle!